Thank you for joining me on my masterclass. Now, today we're talking about cryptocurrency. Now, I did a video yesterday, it went viral, no surprise there. I talked about Dogecoin, how I just experimented with Dogecoin after Jeremy Da Vinci, recommended it, and then how I made in just a day $90. And I was telling people like, okay, if I had maybe bought instead of $1,000 just worth of Dogecoin, maybe if I had bought like $10,000 or $100,000, I would have made $9,000 in just 24 hours, which is how much time it took me to make the $90. And then I got, like a ton of feedback from people asking me, okay, well, Reno, do you recommend that we stay with Bitcoin as you've always advised, or do we now shift to Dogecoin? You see, I thought I explained it to you yesterday, but let me take some time to explain it to you again. To me, as far as I'm concerned, the best cryptocurrency is not even Bitcoin, it's Ethereum. I think that Ethereum has promise. I think that Ethereum is going to go much further. I think Ethereum has more utility. I've read the white paper. I listened to Vitalik Buterin, and his ideas for futurocracy and other ideas basically, And then more importantly, Ethereum has gone to proof of stake, or rather is, transiting to proof of stake, which, it's just going to ramp up the volume of crypto that you can do. And then with Bitcoin, we know that, 90% of Bitcoin has been mined. However, having said that, I believe in Bitcoin, Ethereum, that's just previously until 48 hours ago, those are just the only cryptocurrencies that I invest in: crypto, Bitcoin, and Ethereum. So it wasn't until I saw that video by Da Vinci Jeremy that I decided to give Dogecoin a try. And then in 24 hours, I bought $1,000 worth of Dogecoin, through Coinbase. And then in 24 hours, I made $90. Which is a lot of money to have been made in just 24 hours. 9% return of your investment in 24 hours. So I see where your question is coming from. Do we stick with Bitcoin and Ethereum, or do we shift to Dogecoin? Now, here's what I'm going to tell you. With Dogecoin, from my research, and I explained it yesterday in some detail, I'm going to go probably into more granular today. There is more room for improvement, more room for growth in sales. Not necessarily that Dogecoin is more utilitarian than Ethereum or Bitcoin. No, certainly not. I don't agree with that. But okay, Dogecoin right now, for the past 2 weeks, it's been hovering between 13 and then 15 cents per unit. 13 and 15 cents per unit, right? And then if it increases by just 1 cent, so maybe I think today it's about 13.5, maybe by tomorrow it increases by just 1 cent and it goes from 13.5 to 14.5, or to maybe even 15 cents. Now, just that 1 cent addition to it, increment to it, or that 1.5 cents increment to it, is something like maybe 9, 10, 15%. Just that, depending on if it's 1 cent or 1.5 cents. So if you buy in volume, so maybe you buy 100,000 worth, and then you get that in 24 hours. So that's going to give you like $15,000 from your $100,000 in 24 hours. So that's a lot of money. Now, Bitcoin cannot have those kinds of increments, within 24 hours, because one Bitcoin right now is going for about 39,970. Bitcoin has gone below 40,000 for I think since yesterday. I think it's going to go back up. Like maybe by the time New York opens tomorrow. But even if a Bitcoin goes up by $1,000, if Bitcoin goes up by $1,000, that's not up to 10%. So, okay, right now Bitcoin is about $39,000, right? So it will take $3,900 more. So Bitcoin will have to increase by $3,900. That means it will have to go from $39,000 to about $43,500 for it to get about 10% increment. And then with Dogecoin, all it has to do to get 10% increment is just to go up by 1 cent, or if it goes up by 1.5 cents, which we've seen it go up, then it goes up by about 20%. and then or that maybe between 15 and 20%. And so you see that the opportunities for increments, are more with Dogecoin than with Bitcoin or with Ethereum. It's just, for instance, I'll give you a very good example. If you have a cycle, if you have a cycle, it's going to take you a little effort to move a small cycle to have a full revolution. That means it goes 360 degrees, than it is for you to have that same effect with a big giant cycle. That is why the earth has 365 days in 1 year. But if you go to other planets, because a year is the time it takes the planets to navigate the sun. So if you go to other bigger planets, their years are about 3 times the year of the earth. So, and the reason why is because the earth is smaller and those planets are bigger. And so because they are bigger, then it takes more effort for them to go around the sun. And then because the earth is smaller, it takes less effort for it to orbit around the sun. And that's what we're talking about now. So if you have Dogecoin and if you invest in Dogecoin, you're going to get a lot of money. You're going to get a return on your investment really quickly. So I would say invest in Dogecoin for the short term and then invest in Bitcoin for the longer term. I'll give you a very good example. And if you follow me on this channel, you saw me and you saw the evidence. February, I bought Bitcoin at 38,000. No, sorry, I bought it at 32,000 and some fraction. I think it was about 32,500. I showed you guys the receipts. You can watch it. That video is still on my channel. And then I told you guys, because a lot of people are saying that no, it's going to tank, it's going to go to 22, it's going to go to 20, it's going to go to 18. I told you guys that for my indexing, because I index cryptocurrency, I believe it's going to go up. And then it went from $32,000 to about $38,000. So for each unit of Bitcoin that I sold, that I bought, I made a profit of about 6,500 per unit for each one. And then I bought 5 units of Bitcoin. So that's 5 times 6,500. Now look at that. It took me like maybe about I think it was about almost not quite 3 weeks, about 2.5 weeks to get that. But it will take me like maybe 24 hours if the market does well for Dogecoin for me to make that kind of return on Dogecoin. So I don't know if you understand what I'm talking about now. It's very easy. Invest in Dogecoin for the short term and then invest in Bitcoin and Ethereum for the long term. I would say when you invest in Dogecoin, for the short term, and when I say short term, I did it in 24 hours. That was an experiment, but you can do it in 48 hours. See if you can make some money, and you're not going to make a lot of money if you're putting in like $500, $1,000. This is for people who have like enough capital to put in like maybe $10,000, $20,000, $50,000, or $1,000. If you don't have that kind of money, it's okay. Just invest with what you have. Now, if you can do that and then you make that money within the short term, take the money out, and then that profit that you have, go and invest it in Bitcoin for the long term. And then you can continue to use your principal to just play with Dogecoin. Now, I hope that makes sense to you. If you don't understand that, you can ask me a question, put it in the comment section. My staff, I'm sure by now you know them, they're very good at creating comments. They're going to bring them to me, and I will try to respond to your comments. Now, guys, you got to remember, I do not have a WhatsApp forum, I do not have a Gmail email address, and I don't have a Telegram channel. I keep telling you guys, scammers see that my videos tend to go viral very quickly, and then they create a number of fake YouTube profiles, and then they approach people in the comment section telling them helpline, guideline, one-on-one mentoring, contact me for more profitable info, and that's how they've duped a number of people. Now, I'm the apostle of prosperity. I don't want you guys to get duped. I want you guys to prosper. I don't want you guys to go into poverty. So this is what I'm not saying. God bless you.
But Reno travels all around the world. I hope you get inspired about what you see. Apostle of greatness, Reno is a master. Only one man against the whole world in large. Fighting with the monsters, poverty I can't stand. That's why Reno is